the meeting of the Township of Hamilton, Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. Please stand for the flag salute. Bella, could you lead us, please? Sure.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided pursuant to the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law by posting a notice of this meeting on the bulletin board in the municipal building and by publication in the Press of Atlantic City and Star Ledger on January the 6th, 2024. Mr. Cheek?
Here.
Mr. Laws?
Here.
Mr. Vitale?
Here.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Here.
Mayor Schenker?
Here. Can we have a moment of silence for private reflection? Thank you. We have no guest presentations, addition and deletion to late agenda items to be considered for action tonight. We have a deletion, which is 12A, Teamsters Communication, Contract Ratification in Personnel.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. Number 3, discussions, formal action may be taken. A, recommend increase escrow fee schedule. Anybody on the dais have any questions, comments?
I understand we have to do this. I'm not really happy about it. Everybody's got tough times, but those tough times also come along to us. So the increase in costs have to be covered. The one thing I do want to discuss is historic preservation and the appeal process for anything with historic preservation, and there's numbers going up from $1,000 to $2,000 for commercial property, and from $200 to $500 for residential property. Back when this initially was approved, I didn't want it at $1,000 and $200, so I'm not real happy about this. I don't know if this is something we can talk about and maybe lower it a little bit.
Yeah, I concur, because the fees are very expensive for people to maintain with HPC. So to keep the houses and stuff up. So why is it so much?
Can we have somebody address this? Because I feel the same way. I don't know what $2,000 covers. Why is it $2,000?
Mayor, council, members of the public. We took a look at this because we were finding that over especially the last 2 years, we saw an acceleration of a number of requests for additional escrow after review for all across the board of any type of application that was coming in. What we did is we compared ourselves to other area municipalities that had a similar profile, had quite a bit of land, or had similar ordinances. Those were Egg Harbor Township and Galloway.
Mm-hmm.
In particular to the HPC section, they didn't really have anything that addressed that we could compare it against. And going further out to find, say, something like in Haddonfield or something that does have a historic district, we don't think it would have been representative of what increase is needed and the amount of review. So we took a look at the few cases that came through, and we were seeing additional hours, so we tried to up it proportionally. But we're certainly open and flexible to whatever's needed. What we're trying to do is there's a kind of a mismatch expectation when they see these fees, they pay these fees initially, review goes by, and then they're getting a second phone call saying we need additional funds, and we're trying to cut that down.
So, I see Historic Preservation Commission certification of appropriateness, and that's $25 fee. And then you go through the process, and if they want to appeal it because it didn't go their way, they have to pay $2,000 to go through the appeal process.
It's anticipating the number of hours that would be required for additional review.
So when they go for an appeal process, that goes through the planning board, correct?
Correct.
Now, my understanding is it's only an escrow. If they only spend 1,000, if the township only spends 1,000, the applicant gets the other 1,000 back. They're just asking to up the escrow, so you don't have to keep going back to the applicant for more escrow money.
That's correct. It creates some friction in the system. I mean, we can still continue to go this way, but it does increase, cycles on staff to have to go through this consistently on nearly every application. And again, we don't really have many that go through HPC, so, I don't think this is that big an issue if you feel it needs to be modified.
I just think I know the neighborhoods that are in the district. These are people that are not overflowing with money, and I'm afraid that if something is shot down, it's going to be cost prohibitive to them to appeal it. They're going to say, I don't have $500 to put out because they don't like the color I picked for my siding. And I don't want that to be a reason why they don't appeal. It's almost like we're making it impossible for them to appeal. So that's my concern. Commercial property, I kind of understand. Maybe they have a little bit more money, but it's same thing. I just don't want that to be a reason they say, all right, forget it. I'm not going to try to make my property a little bit nicer because.
Do you think the $200 fees was too high to begin with?
I thought it was too high to begin with, but I suggest we keep those where they are.
I mean, that could be adjusted down if you'd like.
I mean, it was at 200. I say I understand it's got to, there's costs. I would like to see those two say at 1,000 and 200. If everybody else up here agrees. Or
Yeah,
not.
I don't want to discourage anybody from doing improvements, especially in the historic district. I mean, that's kind of the whole process. When they take on a home like that, the costs are a lot more money simply because they're in a historic area. Now we're not encouraging it. We're not encouraging improvements. So, I mean, we do have an ordinance for a tax abatement for the historic area or anybody in the town that, so we go to all that trouble to help them on the other end, but then we put this in front of them if they want to do it a certain way. Because truthfully, when it comes to historic preservation area, and the historic preservation wants it done the way it was done how many years ago, and the reality of it, the cost is just, it's cost prohibitive. So I agree with Carl. I don't really want to add any more blockades from them doing what they want to do.
Hamilton's ordinance is quite balanced in that it's one of the few that actually does have a set of incentives on top of ordinances that are universally perceived by constituents as being overly prescriptive and prohibitively expensive. So that's present, but there are some historic districts, particularly on the outer ring of Newark, which have updated their ordinances to just simply have historical design standards. And with the incentive to adhere to those standards without being so prescriptive and selective through a deliberative body. That's one approach that can be taken as well. Nonetheless, I've heard your feedback, and we can certainly keep it where it's at, or we can, as Brett noted, we can actually reduce it. Again, the frequency where this happens on the HPC, once every other year,
Yeah,
maybe.
I understand.
Yeah, it's not something that's really dragging cycles out of the staff, so.
Right. Okay. Committee, what's your pleasure?
I would like for them to revisit that, because revisit, and come back with us with something else, because we don't want to price the people out. I was on HPC for 6 years, and they're very stringent.
Yep.
About you keeping the property the way it was originally, and those parts are very expensive. You can't hardly find them. But if you move into the historical district, you're saying that you want to preserve the historic district in Mays Landing, or wherever it is, So I don't want to price them out either, because I know how expensive it is by sitting on that board for 6 years.
I'll motion. Keep it the same.
I'll second.
So can we vote on this with the stipulation that the escrow fees for residential stays at $200?
Yes, Mayor. It's only up for discussion, so obviously the consensus of the committee would allow us to be able to move forward with drafting the ordinance for introduction.
Okay,
Just for clarity, it's on the last page, the
correct.
2,500 is what committee wishes to keep the same as it was before, as 1,200, but the rest of the
Is that what you-
adjustments,
Yeah.
you're
Yes.
okay with?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so we don't need to move this. We have given you the authorization to move forward.
Correct.
Just to be clear though, the 200 for residential, we want to keep the same, I think.
Yes,
Yes.
it's, commercial will stay at
You
1,000
mentioned the commercial, but I
and
just-
residential will stay at 200.
Yes, correct.
Fine, thanks.
Thank you.
I just realized that I skipped over early public comment.
No one.
Thank God. I already knew that. That's why I skipped over. Some things you just know. B, Casa Verde Cannabis Review. 1, resolution authorizing, or we want to do the review, or the presentation? We're already past the presentation.
We're past presentation. Oh, yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry, Rich.
Sorry, Rich.
I promise I won't start back up without you. Bobby, remind me. Thanks. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. They have entered into their escrow agreement. We are technically at 8C on the redevelopment process chart,
Okay,
but because the site that they have is currently would require so many variances because of the existing conditions on the site. It's an undersized lot. The frontage is not the correct size. They brought a proposal to the redevelopment committee, and the redevelopment committee was not happy with it. Asked them to go back and rework the site, which they did, and they came back with another proposal to the redevelopment committee. And based off that second proposal, redevelopment committee was happy with the design. We've had input from Mr. Watkins, we've had input from the chief, input from planning zoning, and the consensus was that this new proposal was appropriate for the site.
okay.
And to move it forward. I mean, it really does need to be rehabilitated, redeveloped. There are some safety concerns with regard to leaving it in the condition that it is. So the recommendation was to move forward with the site-specific redevelopment plan based off of the latest proposal that they made to the redevelopment committee.
Okay.
And that's what we're here tonight to get authorization for Mr. Palestina's office to move forward with drafting that plan.
Okay,
It will then come back to you for an introduction via ordinance with a referral to the planning board. Planning board will then do a master plan consistency review, make any other recommendations that they feel are appropriate, if any, and then you will have a public hearing before you adopt that ordinance.
very good. So just to be clear, we have a resolution authorizing the township planner to draft a site-specific redevelopment plan for Casa Verde Dispensary, 4760 Black Horse Pike, block number 1134, lot number 3.02. Committee, what's your pleasure?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
We have a motion, we have a second. Just a voice vote on this?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions or concerns? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. All right, thank you, Bobby. Okay, so we have no public hearings or adoption of ordinances. We have no introduction of ordinances. Awards, bids, contracts, and change orders. A, resolution authorizing the award of animal control services, RFP number 2024-09, to Animal Control of South Jersey, Egg Harbor, New Jersey, in the amount of $3,100 per month from 1/1/25 to 1/31/25.
I'll make the motion.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. Any questions or concerns?
I have a question.
Okay.
On the resolution itself, it has award and contract for Township Dog Warden. That's the position of the person, and General Animal Control Officer. I thought that it should have the person's name and not just the title. Because we're not awarding a contract to the dog warden. We are awarding the contract to Sam Holland, who is with Animal Control. Who's the Animal Control Officer. I'm not against the contract. I just don't think it should be just the title of the thing. I think it should just say the person's name. When we're doing contracts, we don't do it according to title. We do it according to the name.
So, Dr. Witherspoon, you're saying the title of the resolution you would like who's awarded to in the title?
Right. It has resolution award and contract for Township Dog Warden. That's the title of the person who's doing with the Animal Control Officer. The person's name is Sam Holland.
No, it's for the services.
That's what we put out through the RFP is for Township Dog Warden and General Animal Control Officer for the contract year 2025.
Okay.
So that's why we have it written that way.
Okay. I just thought that that's fine, but I just thought that the person's name should be a part of the contract.
It is further down where it says, now therefore be resolved. It says that position. Then it does say it's being awarded to Animal Control of South Jersey. So it is further down in the resolution. But the position is for Dog Warden and General Animal Control Officer Services.
So you're saying it should just be Animal Control.
No, so the title is for the position or for the services. No different like a solicitor, township engineer, which is within the title, and then who it's being awarded to is further down in the resolution. So the position at the top is the services that's being RFP'd or awarded, and then down below where it says therefore be it resolved is where the Animal Control Service it's being awarded to Animal Control of South Jersey, which is a company organization.
Okay.
It was just a little confusing the way that was written. I would have rather for it just to have said Animal Control.
And just put the award title up there.
Right. That was a little confusing to me.
If you like, we can amend the title to include the position or the name of the organization at the top. If you'd like to do that, you can make that motion to amend that and be second. And all we're doing is changing, I'm assuming what you'd like is resolution awarding contract for Township Dog Warden and General Animal Control Officer for the Township of Hamilton to Animal Control of South Jersey.
Animal Control South Jersey. Because that's the vendor. Am I correct?
Yes.
So we
You
have,
have to first establish what this is first, though, right? Before you.
Animal Control is when they pick up the
Resolution
dead
covers
animals.
everything that
Right.
we're trying to do. It's
Right.
just where in the resolution it is. It's just we can move it around if you'd like.
we have a motion and a second on the floor.
So how do I?
Can we amend it?
Yes. So we would have to withdraw the second and the motion then make a motion to amend, second that, voice call, and then go back.
So I need,
I have a question.
okay.
Is there any state or county qualifications that has to be qualified under a trade name and this and that? That's why we would have to put it under that particular name.
I don't think he's putting it under the
No,
name. This is just the title of the
Right.
position.
No different than solicitor or township engineer is the title of the position. Correct. So that's not the name of the organization. That's dog warden in general.
But there's no qualifications that goes along with the company.
Yeah, I'm not against animal control. I mean, I know what that is. I was just saying that when you do a contract, it's for animal control, and that person's the. Yeah, I know. I would like to see. That's what I would see, because that's the vendor. Am I right? Animal control of South Jersey is the vendor. So when we're approving something, we're approving it as we're doing a contract. We should be making it to animal control services.
I think you might be confusing that with, just humor me for a second, but I think we might be confusing that with the fact that the contract is just establishing that that's the position we're trying to fill.
I'm not
first,
confused.
Right?
I'm not confused.
Oh, okay.
So the contract is for the position of dog warden and general animal control officer. The vendor that's being awarded the contract is Animal Control of South Jersey.
Correct.
Right.
That's all I was saying.
As I'm clarifying, you would like the title and the vendor both be in the title of the resolution.
Correct.
Yes.
That's all I was
So
saying.
Mayor, procedurally, we would need to withdraw the second and the motion that is on the floor.
So I need, you got me confused now, because in the resolution, it states Animal Control of South Jersey and their address. So what are we changing?
Where it is in the resolution.
Where it is in the
I'm
resolution.
just, so our resolution templates are all written this way. I'm looking at the tree and stump removal further
Okay.
down, and the name of the organization, the contractor, is down later in the resolution. So we can reorganize it, but it's effectively doing the same thing. So it's up to you.
Legally, it's not changing the resolution. It's not a
Right.
material change. I believe what Dr. Witherspoon would like is, she's indicating that the title of the resolution itself only includes the position, doesn't include the vendor. right
Correct.
there. Although the resolution does name the specific vendor within the resolution itself, so it is contained within the resolution.
Okay. All right, if the motion and the second put forward, that you would like to rescind that, so we can,
I'll rescind the motion. I think I'll rescind my second. Let's just rescind the second.
okay, thank you. So do we want, Dr. Witherspoon, would you like to make the motion?
Yes, I would like to make the motion that the resolution would be to award animal control. Now I'm confused. Animal control services.
For the record, it is already, the resolution is already to award it to that vendor. My assumption is that you're only asking to amend the title of.
Amend the
proposed-
title. That's
So,
correct.
and my assumption is that your motion is to amend the title of the resolution to be resolution awarding contract for township dog warden and general animal control officer for the township of Hamilton to Animal Control of South Jersey.
That is correct.
I'll second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Are there any questions or comments? Rita, can we do a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Schenker?
Yes. Thank you. B, resolution renewing commodity resale agreements for snow removal chemicals for the period of 10/1/24 to 4/30/25. These are for Atlantic County Institute of Technology and Hamilton Township Board of Education. We pretty much do this every year with them, so.
I'll second.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Question.
Any questions?
Yeah, question. It's not really a question. I called earlier about this. On page 104 for ACIT, it's also between Special Services School District, SSSD. So I had asked for that to be included into, it's not just the Board of Education and ACIT, it's also Special Services.
Already done.
Right, but I was just doing it for the record. That wasn't said.
Would it be better, to your point, Ms. Witherspoon, would it be better just to state Atlantic County Board of Education, because that would include both?
No, because Special Services School District, who I work for, is a separate entity.
But they're the same school board, just like Hamilton Township is, those schools are part of the same school board. I was just,
No, because Atlantic County Special, they have it written here on page 104 on the ACIT page. They have it separated as SSSD
okay.
and ACIT. The first packet has the Hamilton Township Board of Education, HTBOE.
Right.
The second contract has Special Services School District and ACIT, Atlantic County Institute of Technology. So I was just asking for the name to be put in there along with the Board of Education and ACIT. It's also Atlantic County Special Services School District. It's right there on page 104 on the second contract, on the second agreement.
Okay, so it's on there.
It's on there, it just wasn't stated.
Okay.
that-
Wasn't stated in the agenda.
Correct,
Okay.
that's all.
We have a motion. We have a second. Are there any more questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Are we saying, excuse me, Mayor, I'm so sorry. Are we saying that we are adding ACSSD?
It's in the resolution, yes.
No.
The one I have,
The resolution is for the Board of Education and ACIT.
okay.
Atlantic County Special Services is not in there. I just wanted to make sure that was included inside of the resolution.
Was it SSSD?
That's Special Services. When you look at it here, it only says the Township Board of Education and ACIT. ACSSD is left out.
Yeah, but on the actual agreement, it's in there.
It's not on the resolution, that's all
Oh.
I'm saying.
Okay.
Just to include it in the resolution.
Isn't this the resolution?
Yes. That's the actual agreement. So it is in the agreement.
And it has been changed and it is in the resolution, I assure you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Rita, I didn't see, I know you changed it, I just
I did.
didn't see it.
No, I didn't reprint the packet.
Okay, that's the reason why I said, something.
So, for the record, Mayor, it would be a motion to accept the amended resolution. The amended resolution that the clerk has put on the record has been amended.
Okay. So,
I'm sorry, Mayor, can I just understand exactly what we amended it to, just so I can write it in?
Let me show you.
That's right, so here.
Here you go. Look, that in parentheses.
Okay. Okay, that's what I was asking. So on here, even on the contract, it doesn't say Atlantic County Board of Education. It says it here, but it does not say it even on the contract. It just says Board of Education. So,
I'm not arguing about the board.
no, I'm saying that it should say, he'll show you. So the amendment says Atlantic County Board of Education, SS, you see what I'm saying? But on the
And
contract, it just
No,
says.
she amended the resolution to add with ACIT and Atlantic County Special Services School District.
Right, but she's
That's
listed
correct.
It's listed as AC. You see what I'm saying? Look at that contract.
This is right.
Right.
Now,
But
this is
now-
right, what
but
you
if
just
that's
did.
what we're gonna put, then it's not right in the contract.
I think there's two contracts.
It's two
Yes.
contracts.
One's with Board of Ed, and the second one
Is
is with ACIT
AC.
and the,
And special
Right, this is the
services.
second one.
there's two separate, there's two, it's number one and number two on the agenda.
Right, and this is the second one. I'm looking at it. It says Board of Education dash Special Services School District,
Yep.
Right,
SSD.
right.
It doesn't say Atlantic County Board of Education, which is what we have in the resolution.
She amended it. She corrected it. We just didn't get a copy of it. It's amended correctly.
Is it gonna be amended in the contract? That's all I'm asking.
Oh, I wasn't gonna change the contract, no.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it wouldn't be up to me.
It's already in the contract as SSSD.
It's not in the contract as ACSSSD, which is what we have in the resolution.
It's under a special services school district.
Right, but it's not, it's Atlantic County is what she has in in the
Which is the-
resolution.
Okay,
Atlantic County SSSD. On here, it's just SSSD.
it was just a mistake and she fixed it.
It's not fixed in the contract.
Okay, well,
Look at the contract. It just
I
doesn't
see
say
it.
there.
I wrote AC on it. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of this. I just wanted it included. I didn't want it just to say Hamilton Township and ACIT and leave the special school district out.
And that's fine. I just want them to match. That's all.
Okay.
Do you want me to change the resolution to agree?
They both should say the same
Contract?
thing.
Okay.
And that is the proper name.
Rita, can you do me a favor? Can you read the resolution out loud as
No,
they're
'cause I think you
asking?
guys have it.
We don't have the correct one.
Somebody does. Did you hand it back?
You just hand it.
I don't have it.
Give it to somebody.
Good luck. Let me find it in back.
No, I just walked it back.
No, you just hand it.
is that up there, Rita?
It's in front of you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Resolution authorizing renewal of commodity resale agreement for snow removal chemicals with Atlantic County Institute of Technology, ACIT, / Atlantic County Special Services School District. And then in parentheses, ACSSSD. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That's correct.
Okay. Be it resolved by the Township Committee of the Township of Hamilton to authorize renewal of commodity resale agreement for snow removal chemicals with Atlantic County Institute of Technology, ACIT, and Atlantic County Special Services School District, ACSSSD, and authorize the mayor to sign.
Right.
That's perfect.
We good?
And that's
However-
not leaving out Hamilton Township Board of.
No, however, this one doesn't say AC Board of Education.
Right.
County Board, it just says Board of Education. It's fine. If you want to sign it, that was fine with me. But I'm just saying it's different.
I got you.
All right.
We are technically doing this with two facilities, not three facilities.
We're
Correct.
doing it with the Hamilton Township Board of
I'm
Education.
aware. I got it.
Atlantic County Special Services School District, and ACIT. That's all I was saying, was just add the one.
We have a motion. We have a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. C, resolution authorizing an award of a bid 2024-10 for tree and stump removal from tree trimming to Rich Tree Service Incorporated of South Plainfield, New Jersey, not to exceed the amount of $12,000 for the period of 1/1/25 to 12/31/25.
Motion.
Second.
We have a motion, do we have a second? Are there any questions or concerns? Rita, can we do a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Shanker?
Yes.
All yes and carried.
D, resolution authorizing the award of a contract to JD Audio Visual Integration for a sound system for War Memorial Park not to exceed $23,059.88.
So moved.
We have a motion.
Second.
Second, any questions or comments?
Just one question, I just need this explained to me. We exceeded the bid threshold.
No,
Can you explain that?
we
It's
exceeded the
17.5.
pay-to-play threshold. So
Pay to play.
anything over 17.5, we have to get pay-to-play disclosure, which we did.
Okay, that's all I want to know. Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Hearing none, Rita, can you do a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Shanker?
Yes. Thank you. E, resolution to enter into a 3-year agreement from December 1st, 2024 to November 30th, 2027 for antivirus end user protection with SHI. Cost for 3 years, $71,401.71. This will be purchased through the Bergen County Cooperative.
So moved.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. Are there any questions or comments? Rita, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Shanker?
Yes. F, resolution authorizing award of bid 2024-12 for electrical repair, maintenance, and service to Northeast Electrical Services of Williamstown, New Jersey, in the amount of $15,000 for the period of 1/1/25 to 12/31/25.
So moved.
We have a motion. We have a second.
I just have one question.
Second.
Doing the wrong job. $158 an hour. I'll second it.
Any questions or concerns?
I don't have a question. I know that you won't be signing these things until the insurance is attached to it.
Correct.
That's it.
Rita, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Shanker?
Yes.
All yes and carried.
G, resolution awarding professional services contract to Rebecca Baldwin Esquire of the firm Baldwin, Ross, Roy, and Leodori, P.C., alternate REM tax sale foreclosure attorney, not to exceed $10,000.
So moved.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. This was an award from an RFQ we sent out. And we only had one
Only one
firm, correct? Okay. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Rita, can we do a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Shanker?
Yes.
All yes and carried.
Thank you. H, resolution to award bid 24-08 Babcock Road to Arawak Paving Company Incorporated in the amount of $115,800.
Motion.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Rita, can we do a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Shanker?
Yes.
All yes and carried.
Thank you. We have the consent agenda, A through N.
I'll make a motion, move A through N.
I'll second.
We have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor, any questions? I'm sorry.
Just one
Go
question.
ahead.
On 7B. The amount that we're doing, is it the $127,102.73? I was kind of I didn't quite understand the escrow amount was reduced. What are we doing, the 127,000, or it was two different amounts?
Yes, so the 617 was the performance bond for the development.
Mhm.
That's being released, and we're getting a maintenance bond for the $127,102
Right.
for 2 years.
Okay, but in the body, okay. I just didn't understand the reduced amount. Okay, the reduced amount, I see it. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. That's it.
Okay,
I have no more questions on that.
okay. So to be clear, it's two separate bonds.
Yes,
The
yes, Mayor.
performance bond and the maintenance bond.
Correct. The
Maintenance
performance,
bond comes into play after the performance bond has been met.
correct.
Okay, just so everybody is on board with that. We have a motion. Any other questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Number 8, Personnel. Resolution appointing Luann McCardle as a Recycling and Clean Communities Coordinator at $52,247.52 annually, effective 11/12/24.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions, concerns, comments? Hearing none. Rita, could we do a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Shanker?
Yes. Thank you. Number 9, approvals, minutes, regular meeting minutes of October 21st, 2024.
So moved.
Motion, second, please.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. All right, we're going to do the bill list in 2 different motions due to a conflict. The first is going to be $366.72 to R.E. Pearson. I think it's for stone, wasn't it? Some kind of, doesn't matter.
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Are there any questions or comments? Can we have a roll call vote?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Abstain.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Shanker?
Absolutely.
4 yes, 1 abstention. Motion
Can we
carries.
skip the next one?
No. Yeah, let's see who's got the guts to motion this one. The second balance is $6,131,988.63.
So moved.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or concerns? Rita, can we do a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Shanker?
Yes.
Yes, and
Thank you. We move to number 10, reports. Mr. Administrator.
I have nothing to add tonight.
Thank you. Mr. Solicitor?
Nothing to report, Mayor. Thank you.
Excellent. We're on a roll here. Mr. Engineer?
Bob, go.
Nothing to report, Mayor.
Get out. Way to go, Bob. Township Committee, Dr. Witherspoon.
Yes, I have a report. First, I want to say that I'm very happy about the recycling cans that went out through the district. I've heard from some constituents, and they were very happy about it. So I was really happy about that. It was a long time coming, but it happened with the grant. So thank you, Brett, and everybody who worked hard to make sure that that happened.
Public Works.
Public Works. Thank you, Public Works, for making that happen. Tilly, right? Thank you. Yesterday, I attended the Veterans Program at War Memorial Park. It was very, very nice. The mayor done a great job. Neither one of us knew that we were on the program, but it worked out, and it was a very nice day, and it was a very nice program. On next week, I will be attending the League of Municipalities conference on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And that is my report.
Thank you. Committeeman Vitale.
not much to say. But I do want to say, Luann McCardle, she lost her daughter last week to cancer. So I just want, her daughter had 5 children of her own, so she's got 5 grandchildren that lost their mom. So I hope everybody can keep her in her prayers, and hope she knows that everybody here at Town Hall, we're all thinking of her and praying for her. Fence went up on Park Road, looks really, really good. I don't know if anybody that lives across from the fence has any issues with it. I don't see anybody out here saying anything, so that's good. No, but listen, yeah, we want the sand back. Don't go keeping that sand. All right. No, but that looks really, really good. Happy to see that coming almost to a close. We're getting there. There's a few punch list items, I believe, that have to get straightened out. So happy to see that get done. And I know a couple years ago when that got brought up, I was one of the naysayers, and I'll gladly eat a little bit of crow because it came out really, really well, better than I expected. And I see a lot of people walking on the sidewalk, which is what we would hope would happen. So very, very good. Great job by everybody. Thank you. And that's really all I have. Reagan, see you later. Maddie, I miss you. I love you, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Committeeman Cheek?
Late October, actually mischief night, I attended the Halloween parade. I will tell you, I think it was the best Halloween parade we've ever had. It was just great to see the crowd, to see the people, see the kids. Everybody seemed to enjoy themselves. I have to say the Public Works Department and the Police Department did a hell of a job of organizing it and keeping well organized. I have to say it was just a really nice event. And then I have to thank Public Works as well on Election Day for getting everything ready and taking care of everything. On both items, picking up, putting down, it just worked out very well. It was a compliment to our township. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Committeeman Laws?
Yes, I'd like to echo Committeeman Cheeks on the Halloween parade. It's an outstanding event. And it's not, missed on us the type of work that you guys have to put in to make that happen. So thank you guys very much from, Public Works, Police Department, everyone, Fire Department, everybody. Just a great job. Also like to say congratulations to Mayor Schenker, decided to get married again. and to my esteemed colleague over here who got married this week also. So congratulations to you both.
Your piece of work. That's
That's
it?
all I have, man.
Oh, man, I thought you
Mayor,
were.
before you go,
Mhm.
before you make your report, I did attend the Halloween parade too. It was nice.
Yes.
And the AC Rotary Club has been doing that for over 60 years.
Yep.
And they've been doing a fine job, along with everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And the only other thing I wanted to know, the Christmas tree lighting, are we going to have that? 'Cause
Yes,
I
absolutely.
haven't seen anything about that because I know we're not meeting again.
I don't remember the exact
It's
date.
the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
There you go.
And there'll be hot chocolate.
If you say so, I'm definitely not making that promise. That's on you.
The Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
So, I guess we were all at the Halloween parade, and again, I echo the job that Public Works and our police department and everybody involved does, and I can't thank the Rotary enough, because without them, it wouldn't exist. And it's a lot of hard work, a lot to put that together. Even the night of, carousing all those kids in floats and cars, and they really did a really great job. This year in particular, we were honored by having our Congressman Jeff Van Drew in the parade, which I don't really think that's ever happened before, which was a very nice surprise. Yesterday, I attended the Veterans Day ceremony, and again, thanking everybody who was involved with it. Great job setting it up, getting it broke down. Thank you to the veterans and the Veterans Advisory Board, the Ladies Auxiliary. Just a really, really nice event, And yes, I found out when I got there, I was actually the guest speaker. Yeah. And it was an honor. It was a pleasure and an honor to speak on behalf of our veterans. We don't honor them enough. So, the last thing I have is congratulations to Committeeman Rich Cheek and Bobby Laws for their success in the election last week. I look forward to working with you guys for at least another year, 2 maybe. We'll see. That's all I have. I want to open it up to the public. Anybody in the public like to speak?
Mayor, members of the committee, my name is Lou Magazoo. I'm an attorney for Casa Verde. Just wanted to thank you for the vote of confidence. I know it's just another part of the phase and the stage that we have to go through. We've enjoyed working with the township professionals. This is really an outstanding township, and we look forward to completing the project and having something that everyone will be proud of. Just wanted to thank you for your efforts, and again, to reach out specifically, reference the professionals we've been working with. It's really been a pleasure to work with. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lou. Anyone else from the public? Come on up.
Lisa Moy, 1932 Cologne Gardens Apartments. Okay, again, I bring up, of course, the rent. I'm not your only constituent, and I feel like after 67 years, do I have to move to a whole nother county? I'm coming to you guys because we have you in place to help us. And so that's all I'm doing is asking you. I've been looking and looking and looking, and everybody's telling me the places are backed up for the next 2 years. So what do? Am I to sleep in the street if I can't afford to pay what they're asking, which is close to $2,000? What do? I know you say sometimes you just have to move, but if all the constituents just get up and move, who's going to be here?
I understand. Have we gotten any movement when we discussed the rent control? This thing is about as annoying as it gets.
I know it's an ongoing issue that we continue to discuss, but I think there's a lot of movement across the state, and I think that will continue, but there has not been any specific movement in the creation of a rent control board here in Hamilton Township at this time.
Yes, and I think, Bob, you had spoke about this before, about how things are changing and moving forward, but anything with government is moving at a glacier's pace, and I know that's not what you want to hear.
I know.
But there is movement. There are people who are, including us, that have recognized there's a problem. It's very difficult when you're talking about a privately owned community, and we are a public entity. So it's not as easy as you would think it is to do something.
I know. I'm doing.
We're trying.
More than likely, just like you guys, I'm searching the books, looking for anything that may help, not just me, but everybody. I can't, I can't, in all truthfulness, say that I'm just working for Lisa. I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't the way I was raised. I have to help everybody. Mm-hmm. So I'm not only here for me, but for everybody that lives around me and here in Atlantic County.
Mm-hmm. We know that.
Yes. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
And let me just say, if I may, that that's been echoed throughout the country, and it was evident in the election. And one of the things that I noticed through a lot of those interviews after the election, a lot of people were pretty uptight about what it costs to have milk in the refrigerator and eggs, and rent was a major point. So I'm hoping it's heard, and we all are able to move forward to be able to afford it. But you're not in the boat by yourself.
I know I'm not. That's why
We're all in it together.
I'm here for all of us.
We appreciate you coming, believe me.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Melissa, and I'm here in regards to the Forest Walk.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed or if you know that we received a letter in the mail
Yes, I did get an email. I passed it along to our administrator. We didn't get a chance to talk about it today. I think I just got the email the other day, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, well, we got the letter last week,
Mm-hmm.
and we're concerned because we don't know who these people are. They just sent us a letter.
Yeah,
They wanted to be our HOA representative.
okay.
We don't understand why. We're already having problems with the maintenance being accomplished in Carter's Walk. And it seems like we're always complaining, but we see the other, neighborhoods, that have maintenance done. And
Mhm.
we pay all this money, and we were told that, the maintenance would be done. As you come into Artist Walk, and I don't know if you've ever been there, but you come into Artist Walk and sometimes the weeds are just piled up.
Right.
You have people that live there to go out and do the maintenance, and that shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
But our main concern is this association fee that they're telling us to pay $201 by November 20th.
Okay,
Who are these people?
that's a good question.
Why must we pay it? Why all of a sudden that, okay, excuse me for getting a little loud.
It's okay.
It's just, it doesn't make any sense to us. And like I said, $201 by November 20th, and then $50 a month starting January. And initially, we were told it would be $35, I guess, a month,
Mm-hmm.
but it's gone up. But some of us have tried to do an inquiry on who these people are.
Right.
And we can't get a hold of
This is
them.
an HOA that was there when you moved in? Yeah, that's the part I don't understand.
So going back a couple of months, Artist Walk was brought up, and I specifically said and kind of questioned. I think there were some people here from Artist Walk that everybody understands that you guys are going to have an HOA, and I questioned, do the people who live there know this? How do we, because listen, I saw this coming. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. Because I don't think a lot of the people who live there know that you're supposed to have an HOA. Were you aware of that? You're supposed to have an HOA.
I was aware, and then like you stated, some of them don't know that they're supposed to have HOA because we have Ryan's development and we have Paperon. And Paperon, we've been having a lot of problems with Paperon. But we need some kind of organization. We need some, I guess you guys to say what is going on. Are we gonna be liable if we don't pay this $201 to someone we don't even know, who hasn't even shown their faces?
Well, this is where it gets kind of hard. We really don't have anything to do with the HOA. It's not us. This is between you. You have to get your homeowners together to create the HOA, and then please, Ken, correct me if I'm wrong. You put a board in place, and they do all this work for you because you guys have to maintain they have to self-maintain their basins. I don't know, are they responsible for snowplow? That stuff, that's us. And there are certain things that you guys are going to be responsible for. And I don't know who to go to. I don't know where to direct you to go, honestly.
BCA regulates the HOA.
Yes,
so
right.
We have to check and see if they're registered. The company that she's referring to is
I
registered.
have the letter here, and it has it gave us all the information I guess we needed, but we're lost, we're like, oh, this is the children of Israel.
But you guys can choose the homeowners.
Choose our board.
Yeah, your board chooses your,
Right, but this letter for the HOA saying that they're representing us.
so then someone chose them. That's what I'm saying. So
Well,
you need to talk to your board members.
we don't have it.
Sir, get one person at a time, please. Thank you. When she's finished, you're more than welcome to come up.
I would say, obviously, there's a letter that I guess we really didn't look over yet. Brett will look over it, and then, Brett, can you get back to her?
Yes.
Get her information, please?
Because I don't want you to be upset. Maybe that there might be no reason for you to be upset. I don't know. You know, we got to get.
When someone is telling me
Yeah, you owe $200. You owe $201. I guess you're going to be a little bit upset. I understand. I understand.
Yeah, it could be voters, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your board needs to establish whether that's your.
I have a problem. And
Yep.
you say you can't help us, you know, and, well, I can talk to whoever right here.
Yeah. Our administrator will get your contact info. He'll review that letter that we got, whatever it was, and then point you in the right direction.
So, come November 20th, we're all in, as they used to say in the military, deep kimchi if we don't give them the money that they're asking for.
I don't even, no comment, because I haven't seen the letter. I don't know. I don't want to comment on that at all.
Just
I'm
jump
sorry.
in, Mr. Pelly, if I can, we've had these issues with HOAs before. Municipality doesn't have oversight of HOAs in the township. The DCA through the state level, they have the regulatory oversight for that. So the mechanism to go after the HOAs or contest that or have mediation or the process would be through the DCA, which is directly with the state of New Jersey. Municipality doesn't have the ability to come in or regulate or change anything with HOAs. But if it's something that you can pass along, I can speak to the administrator as well. We can at least get you the information, but the committee doesn't have the ability to kind of step in with the HOAs.
So all of us are just in muddy water right now.
No, the state of New Jersey has through DCA a system to be able to address those concerns, but it has to go directly with the administration that deals with HOAs, which is the DCA. So,
You will give that information tonight?
yes. Probably not tonight, but tomorrow we can most likely respond to you. So make sure that the administrator has all your contact information. We can get it directly to you, how to contact them specifically.
Okay. Take that to work.
They're pretty good. Sir, did you have something you want to say? Come on. Come on up. You're all right. That's fine.
It was just in reference to the same thing that she was speaking on. The letter
Okay.
that they sent out, it appears from the letter that they've already selected this company. It was saying that the board of directors selected this company, excuse me.
Uh-huh.
We don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
There's no name.
Because they don't give you any warning of any board meetings or anything like that.
No. And it sent out another letter to elect board members, but as of right now, from them selecting that company, they're saying that they already have a board in place, and we don't know who any of those members are.
Yeah, I would think that they would have to tell you that. I'm not an expert on this, please.
I would have to start there, yeah, with that board.
Sir, could you do me one favor? Could you state your name for the record?
William White.
Thank you, William. Appreciate it.
Alan Dix, attending planning and zoning meetings since 1991 as often as I could, and 29 years on the MUA, so I've seen this issue many times. I want to refer you back to your agenda item M, resolution denying release of the artist walk maintenance guarantees. Paparone is mentioned in here. The words that weren't said in this dialogue over the last 5 minutes is, at what point, and this is planning board experience, the HOA documents are reviewed as part of the planning board process. The builder is in control of the HOA until a certain number of units are sold. At such point, they start to establish and ultimately turn over control. So what's the status of and you're agreeing with me, thank you. What's the status of the build-out of Artist Walk? Are every one of the lots, and I don't know the number off the top of my head, are every one of the lots built with a house on it, that there should have been 100% turnover from the builder to a new to-be-created board of directors? I think that's where this needs, the first questions in my mind is, where does it start? Who selected those initial board members, and where are those records? And I don't know that any of those would have been forwarded into the township once Paparone, Ryan, or whomever would have started that process. But somebody should, before you talk DCA, because they're going to be in Atlantic City next week, they're not going to be in Trenton able to receive phone calls. So calling this week because it's next week, right, Thelma, is the league meeting?
Yes.
This week, if there's a call to DCA, it needs to be this week. That's just my experience on it, and this is an interesting situation. I'm not surprised because Melissa has been here before. Thank you.
So we voted on tonight to not allow the release of the maintenance bonds, the maintenance guarantees.
Correct.
Or artist walk.
Correct.
Do you know if it's all sold out?
I can't answer that 100%, but I believe most of or all of the homes are. I would have to double
It's
check.
significant amount if
Yeah.
they're starting into the HOA. I don't, it just sounds like me like the residents were not really well informed over this, if that's.
If I could speak, Mayor, just, I believe Paparone Homes was maintaining and controlling the HOA
Mm-hmm.
until now.
Right, and then they
And-
just,
And whatever they did and vote for, they didn't inform them ahead of time and create something, is my opinion.
Okay.
I can't be 100% correct.
correct,
um,
I understand.
But the maintenance bonds were denied, so they can go back and fix some sidewalk, driveway aprons as
Mhm.
such.
But day-to-day maintenance stuff such as cutting weeds and grass and stuff like that, they're no longer doing that, now turns over to the HOA, which sounds to me like
I
just
believe,
appeared.
I believe it was part of the approval process. I believe part of the deeds or the HOA documents or public offering statements
Mm-hmm.
were probably provided at the time of closing. It's just that they never disclosed, I believe, who they picked for the board. So nobody knows.
Okay.
And that's something that we don't have privy to. So.
Okay.
If I could just quickly add, because of what Bob just said, DCR, Declaration of Covenants and Restrictions, as Jenny knows for where she lives, that's a recorded instrument. So if Artist Walk has an HOA, has a recorded instrument, which was part of the planning board approval, it should be a recorded instrument
Mm-hmm.
in their name. That's something else that needs to get looked at. And that could be done tonight on the computer at somebody's house, not my house. Thank you. No, I got enough on my plate, thank you.
Okay, so maybe we can establish that, Brett, and let's make sure that this has been, listen, we'll try and help you as much as we can, but as, you know, Committeeman Patali has stated, there's a point where it's out of our hands, and it's a DCA thing, but they should be registered. It just sounds like the information going to you, it wasn't as good as it could have been, so give your information to our administrator, we'll do everything we can. Okay? Anyone else in the public like to speak?
Motion to close.
We have a motion, a second to close public comment. Are there any, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. We will be adjourning to executive session. Police promotions and personnel. Will we be coming back out? No, we will not be coming back out with any
I make a motion to
adjourn to executive
adjourn to
session.
executive session.
I need a second.
I'll second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
As opposed?